Hi Pisces, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Pisces, this is your general reading starting today on the 24th of February. And I've set the time frame to somewhere late February to late March, so around about a month. Congratulations, Pisces, to anybody who has your birthdays right around now. You're going to see exactly what's going on for you. First, with a little bit of a surface level energy. Sorry, shaking the whole table. Surface level energy, and then we're going to go deeper and deeper into these cards, into these energies, and see what we can find. So is it a little bit of a journey that I wish that you will come with me on? Pisces. So when I'm doing these readings, even though, yes, it's a general reading, so it can be anything. And next week I'm doing love readings. And even though I'm doing love readings, we have a little bit more focus on the love, for sure. But usually just resonates overall anyway, because that seems to be the way that I'm reading. Okay. Round and here and now. So it's interesting because they're coming out as... we're focusing on time, like round and here and now. So this is the here and now card, number 32. And then we have round and round, number 25. So it's like, it's interesting because it sort of talks about time frames and timelines and dimensions, if you will. But it's like, instead of going round and round, it's like we need to stop and just be here and now, to not let whatever has been going on continue to go round and round, or continue to sort of spiral away, or continue to be perhaps a little bit too much in the past, and perhaps a little bit too much into the future. Rather be here and now. So both of these cards coming out talks about where you put your mental mind, like where you put your focus, is what I feel like these two are talking about. So I'm actually not going to go deeper into those right at this minute. We're going to see what comes out here. We're going to clarify these. 32, numerology wise, we have a great opportunity for a shift here. And 25, there's some sort of completion, like it's time for you to start to enjoy whatever it is that you have created. So with that said, I'm going to clarify this here and now, please. What is the here and now about? I mean, we just entered into your, we've come out of the Aquarius season, and we're not fully out of the Aquarius energy because we still have a lot of planets in Aquarius, and the Aquarius season just ended, and we're now stepping into Pisces season. With that said, I don't know what's going on in the energy. I've been able to do like 2 or 3 readings every day. I still have a little boy that I'm sort of putting into kindergarten, and sometimes he's still not having any of it. It has sort of flipped a little bit on him. So he might feel what's going on in the energy as well, and sort of have been feeling like he just wants to be at home. It just wants to be like at home nesting, if that makes sense. If I were to be pregnant, if anybody listening have been pregnant, and maybe if you really are feeling your partner, like really almost taking on your partner's energy, you know what the nesting feeling is. It's like you just want to be home and you just want to nest. You just want to prepare for that baby to come. And I've been feeling that for the past few days, and I think my son, my 2.5-year-old, has been feeling that same way as well. And just yesterday, the day before and yesterday, I was feeling like crap. Like really crappy, not sick, not ill in that sense, but just a huge pressure on my head, third eye just out of control, and just really exhausted. And it was only, so I've sort of cleared the whole day. I was just spending time with my boy, and we were sort of really just not doing anything. And if magic happened, certain things that I was supposed to do in the morning cleared up. And it wasn't until the evening last night that I was supposed to have a couple of healings. And I could take those healings because I was feeling around the evening, that I was sort of starting to feeling myself again. But it was a good 1.5 days there that was crazy, like weird, really emotional, really. So maybe you've been feeling this shift, and there's something about sort of just being really centered and focused right now to sort of not dive deep into your emotions. I feel like the emotions are coming up to just sort of up to the surface. So that can be you feeling really out of the blue sad, really out of the blue angry, really out of the blue disappointed or frustrated. If you're on a little bit of a better side, you out of the blue just feel so freaking excited, like there's spring in the air, and you're just sort of almost feeling love for sort of no apparent reason. So it's just whatever you feel is being accelerated right now. That's what I'm picking up anyway. So I don't know if you felt the same way. And coming into your season, that's going to be highlighted even more so. So I love this. So it's talking about don't be too much in the past and don't be too much in the future. And whatever emotions arise now, comes to the surface now, let them be there. You don't have to overanalyze them. Like, what is this? Why am I feeling? I started to ask those questions, like, what's going on? What's going on with me? And then I just figured out, it's not so much. Yeah, it's still me, but it's like there's something greater going on here. And so just try to leave these emotions as much as you can. And when I'm looking at it, like, okay, so try not to be too much in the past and too much into the future. It's telling you to be here and now. And in the here and now is where you actually gain your power back. I love these cards coming out for that. We have number 1, Passion Ignited, and we have number 8, the Power card. So number 1 there, this is just, if you stay here and now, that's where you're going to start to feel your passion again. You're going to start to feel centered, and you're going to start to feel like you are on fire, like you're finding your element again. You're finding your balance. You're finding your alignment, if you will. And there is something being like reignited. Passion ignited says, and I feel like it's being reignited again. So whatever sort of was a little bit of a hiccup, if you will, it might have been going on for a longer period of time. I mean, it's a very individual. It's a general reading, so it's a very individual journey, obviously. So take whatever resonates. So it can be that you're sort of have gone a little bit of a longer stretch right now where you feel like you just need to be a little bit more here now to not be overwhelmed or stressed out. It can also be just a couple of days. Like the past few days has just been bonkers. I don't know if I don't know if I ever use that word. Bonkers. Anyway, it's just a feeling of craziness going on, and sort of now collecting yourself again is where you start to feel passionate again. You start to feel creative again, and you start to make sense of things again. It's a new beginning of this energy feeling. That's also where you find all your power. That's also where you felt like you lost your power, or maybe have felt, like I said, angry or frustrated or sad, or or coming into hope and excitement and passion. That can also be going on. Whatever has been going on for you, you're stepping into your power with this. With you focusing on the here and now, that's the main message. Focusing on the here and now, exactly here and now. What do you have in front of you on your table? What is it that you're doing right now? And just sort of stick to your guns, stick to it. That's where you find all your power. Number 8 there, it is talking about, I mean, we have the lion here in the card. There's like the lion coming out of you. I don't feel like you need to bring out the lion in you, if that makes sense. You just sort of have to let it start to shine again, because it's just going to start to do that once you find this alignment within yourself, this here and now. But there can be a strong Leo influence there, because number 8 also represents strength and power, and it usually comes up around the Leo. So you might have a Leo connection, you might have a Leo placement in your chart. Other than that, it just talks about power and strength, and really coming into endless possibilities right now. Endless possibilities, infinity, as above, so below. You're bringing in whatever it it is that you need to make some sort of change here. Round and round, can we clarify it? Another number 8 and then another number 5. So the indication of the change here is quite large, quite big, and quite profound. Like I think you're finding out how to deal with time. I think you find out, like, you're in the midst of I'm getting this energy around you that there's certain things happening around you right now as we speak. There's certain things happening around you, and it might look like very detailed, small things. Like it's not a big bombarding war that's going on around you. Like this big thing happened today, and I need to deal with it. It's like there's little things, like little fires everywhere, little small things, detailed things, and in the midst of it, it's like you're figuring out. It's like you're having a little, like small aha moments, just figuring out like how to do certain things, and it helps you. Sometimes it helps you in the bigger scheme of events. It's like it helps you that certain things are starting to crumble and certain things are coming like in on you hard. That makes you just have to focus. When there's big changes enough, that sort of doesn't allow for you to be a little bit everywhere, to be scattered in your mind, and to be a little bit past, a little bit future, a little bit, where you just need to focus your energy. So it feels like there's been enough of those things where you just, it looks like you have maybe too much on your table and you need to plan it better. But it's not that. It's like you've allowed it to be too much on your table so that you can learn to manage time, manage timelines, manage dimensions rather than anything else. I hope you follow my lead, follow my what I'm getting here. We have 5 and we have 8 there again, and we have obstacles and challenges, and we have trapped in fear. So this is the round and round. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it because the round and round doesn't serve you anymore. We don't want to be here. When you go into the round and round, like when you're stepping into this energy and certain things just keeps coming up, it's like a never-ending story of being overwhelmed of certain things. You feel like you can't conquer what's in front of you, and it actually freezes you up quite a lot. Numerology wise, it's a great opportunity for change, and you have endless you're stepping into endless possibilities with this one. So whatever sort of is, I don't know where these expressions come from today, tickling your bones. Can you tickle your bones? I don't know. Tickle my armpit. Bonkers and tickle your bones. That's new to me here today. Maybe it resonates with some of you guys. There's something around it that, okay, so you're attracting certain things in your life right now that helps you focus. You're attracting certain things in your life right now that makes you learn about timelines and dimensions, and you just figure out, oh my God, like if I just stay here now, these things start to happen. If I am a little bit too much in the future and I'm thinking about that thing is going to happen again, and this thing happened. It's like a direct conversation with law of attraction that usually has a little bit of it takes a little bit of time before usually the reality around you catches up with the energy you feel inside. But it's like you're almost in instant manifestation. We have those 2 number 8s coming out there. So as above, so below. It's like the minute you think about it, it's like it's starting to happen. I love when I look at it this way, how these are complete opposite energies. The trapped in fear there, number 8, and then we have the complete power on the other side of that. So there's certain things you're dealing with right now that's helping you bring out your inner power, your inner strength, and your passion for certain things. So if you're in more of this is an obstacle and I need to work on it, it's going to be hard to fix it. It's going to be workable. It's going to be doable, but like you just need to deal with it, and it's a little bit overwhelming. And then there's this trapped in fear, and it's like a little bit overwhelming again. You know, those things are making you come into your passion, come into your alignment, come into your power. And if you're a little bit more into fear right now, just know that those things are coming. If you're already in the fear and passion, you know what I'm talking about. So keep your head held high. If it's really like bombarding you and you feel almost exhausted, Pisces, it is gonna pass, and it's a learning curve here. It's something you're trying to show yourself. What else for Pisces, please? That there's no place like home. 50. No place like home. And I feel like there's the instant manifestation, because you see this like a vortex like. So we already had this round and round. And we have those on that's the like main thing for every card. So we have that symbol there, and that symbol is out here in the sky. First sort of being non-physical, it's very like in the ethers, and then you see this home that is being hung up on this now manifested, now reality little spiraling thing as well. So it's like we go from non-physical to physical. That's what I mean with the almost instant manifestations going on right now. So you can almost literally, which is rare, it's very unusual that you one day feel complete crap and the next day feel complete paradise, and vice versa. Like one day you feel complete paradise and the next is just complete bottom. Usually it's like a way more steady flow in the stream, if that makes sense. Now it's a little bit of a roller coastery feeling. It's really important that you get into your here and now. Just focus on what's right in front of you. What sound do you hear in the room? What do you see right in front of you, so that you bring yourself back to here and now. This will bring you to your like a newfound place, I feel. And it can be literal. It can be a new house. Somebody is searching for a new house and actually getting that house. But for the most of you, I just feel like this is a newfound place within yourself. You're finding out new qualities of yourself, new talents, if you will, new gifts, new. You manage to tap into certain areas in yourself that I think you haven't accessed or turned on before. And 50, we have number 5 there again. So there's great opportunity for change. You are overcoming your past and stepping into this new future, and you're changing. We have as a number 0 there, which talks about the coming full circle. So you are making this inner change as we speak, and you will come full circle, where you go from maybe feeling trapped in fear, or maybe feeling like completely overwhelmed or really stressed out, like really being in your mind. And you're not such a mind, you're not really at the root such a thinker. You're a heartfelt being. So like you're in your emotional body most of the time. And when you switch that, going from the emotional body to your thinking mind and sort of staying there a lot, that's kind of, I don't want to scare anybody, and I don't want to sort of jinx it or sort of saying anything that's like this is super bad, because it's not. It just makes you feel like crap, and that's not fun. You're not a thinking being in that way. You're an emotional being. Your emotional body is the leading body for Pisces. If we generalize Pisces, you're an emotional body at first and foremost, and you've been a little bit too much in your thinking mind, and you're going to overcome this. We're going to come full circle, and you're going to find this new home within yourself. Can we clarify this? No place like home? To number 7. Numerology is really beautiful. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5. 4, number 5, which speaks about grand change. Grand change. And it might not be on the surface level just yet. The grand change might be going on the inner plane. No place like home. There's a grand change happening, but it happens like in details. It happens in a micro managed fashion. So you might not at first glance notice how much of a change you're making. And then we have two 8s on the table, which talks about this ginormous shift, like this power and strength and just really powerful in your manifestations right now. Whatever you think about, you're manifesting it as quickly. And it doesn't matter if you're like on the good side or on the bad side. If you're overall feeling really negative, you're going to have a crappy day. And I'm not judging that. That's just what it is. That's just law of attraction in a nutshell. If you feel overall like good in your vibration, you're going to have a beautiful day. So manage your vibration. Stay focused, like be here and now, and focus on really what is it that you're emanating. Like, what are you spewing out all over the place with your vibration? Take accountability for that. Be responsible about what vibration you have. And I think that's what you're doing right now. You're giving yourself attention to what it is that you are actually having active. And then with the 2 7s coming out there to clarify the no place like home, I just have to say, numerology wise, no place like home, that's where you're amongst angels. You're amongst your ancestors. There's a lot coming in here, like energy wise, is like a lot of, I don't know if that's the nesting feeling, like you just want to be home and just nest and just be with your family or be home within yourself. It can also very strongly be that, you know, those that has crossed over to the other side really comes to mind. Because when you are retrieving like that, when you're sort of going into your shell like that, and maybe not cutting people off, but just really tending to your own energy, you can have a stronger connection with your ancestors or with your loved ones that has crossed over to the other side. And I just feel with this double 7 coming out, it's not James Bond, it's not 007, but it's a double 7, which speaks about ginormous care from your loved ones from the other side. This is when the angels really are speaking to you and you feel their grace. It's like you're in the angels' grace. It's really, really beautiful. And there's no place like home. I'm going to start with this, stand your ground. There's something about just really, really, I don't want to say put your foot down, but I'm getting this, like sometimes you need to do certain things that not everybody's okay with, if that makes sense. I don't know if this is like in your family setting, like your immediate family members, or if this is like you're a boss or a teacher or a leader of some sort in a like a corporate or just a company or a business, whatever this is. It's like Pisces, I understand. Pisces is in one way the best person to have in your team, because they're such a team player. They're such a, you know, their emotional bodies through the roof when they're sort of in a team setting. They just want everybody to feel great. They want to have like everybody just having mini celebrations wherever they go. And that's so beautiful with Pisces. But Pisces in a leader position, or Pisces like in a taking the leadership in a family gathering, can sometimes be quite hard for Pisces, because it might mean that at first glance, like at the instantaneous, what you're receiving back from your peers or from your employees or from your direct family members is not maybe to their liking, and you do not like that. You want immediate celebration. So I feel like there's something about stand your ground here that is going on for you right now with this no place like home. You're trying to create the best. You want to just be the best version of yourself to a whatever level, to a grand level. You just want to find that inner peace, inner abundance, inner balance and alignment, and just feel really, really authentic towards yourself. And you want to simultaneously care so much about your surroundings and care so much about what's going on around you, like family member wise, or if you're sort of in charge of this company, that I feel like there's a little bit of a tricky situation for you right now as you're trying to find this home. You're finding this home within yourself, this newfound place within yourself. There's something about needing to stand your ground and maybe not having everybody like your decisions right at the first minute. I'm actually drawn to talk about this little story from, I don't know if you are familiar with Abraham Hicks. If you're not, if you're into anything what I am saying, you will love them. You will love Abraham Hicks. So they have a little story saying that, okay, so when the hen is getting her chickens, she's like so tentative and so caring and so nourishing towards those chickens. And she like, it's almost like she hugs them and she cares for them every single day for, I actually don't know, for just for the sake of it. Let's say that she's doing that for a month or two. So let's say for a month or two, she's just so completely engaged in her chickens. And then one day she just all of a sudden instinctively decides like it's time for them to start to get out in their own life, gather their own food, and just get, you know, their validation from not the mother anymore. From the mother hen is sort of just on a clock where you can sort of just follow, where she does not care for her. She cares for them, but all of a sudden, like the chickens come to her for food, and on like a particular day, she decides, I'm not your go-to anymore. Like, you need to find your inner strength on your own. I was there in the beginning, so just to make sure you're okay. But right now, you're going to go out and find that inner strength on your own, and starts to peck them on their heads. Like, so horrible. And, you know, at first there's like, it's chaos. It's like, what has happened to Mother Hen here? Which I'm just getting emotional. Like, what has happened to her? She cared for us just an hour ago, and she doesn't give us food, and she's like mean. That's what their chickens are saying. And then they're, you know, they try and they come back and they come back, and she continues to peck them on their head, and they try to come back to say, what's freaking wrong with you? Give us some food and love. And she just continues to peck them on their head and guiding them towards where other foods are. And slowly but surely, they start to just find their own strength and go out there to collect their own foods and start to nourish themselves. And there's something, why I'm inspired to tell you this story today, is there's something about nobody likes it on the first day. This is a little bit of like my, you know, my son adored kindergarten the first 2 or 3 weeks. And then he was sort of like, yeah, I think I'm done here. I want to be home now. I was like, what? I thought we were not going to have this crying. It still has been no tears whatsoever. But like, to just then not feel like I'm a horrible mom is the same thing. To just let him now find his inner strength and find that, you know, he actually can get validation not from just mom. And the sooner they can understand that mom or dad is not the go-to for all things, and also that mom or dad is not hindering. That's the biggest thing here. You're not hindering, Pisces. You're not hindering anybody of anything. You're actually influencing them, whatever this is, influencing them to find their own inner strength, their own inner power. So there might be, just as I said that, there's a complete total flip of the reading. This might be going on for you personally, but it might also be going on for your immediate family or your immediate business, that you're actually trying to steer certain people away from fear and away from obstacles, and that they feel locked up and they feel like they can't do anything, and you're actually trying to guide them towards their inner strength and inner power and passion, and find their own passion within themselves, and not just constantly come to you for that validation. Patience and planning. It's like we have the blueprint here. We show them a sketch, a blueprint here that would then take into full reality. Like we're thinking about certain things that we want to manifest, and to just hold that vision for yourself and hold that vision for your family members or for your peers or employees or whatever this is for you. Know that the guides are with you, the angels are with you to guide you, and the angels and guides are with your family members as well, your employees as well. You're guiding them on the right path, and you're guiding yourself on the right path. But we need patience, and we need to be here and now in order for it to work. That's really beautiful. I'm going to go into the extended and see what else I can find there for you. So if you feel like you resonate with this reading, you're so welcome there. To the extended, the link to that is in the description box down below. If not, thank you so much for watching. Happy birthday, guys. Take care.